So I've recently realized how stupid the average person is. Now, obviously, I had a hunch going into this before this week, but it's really been more solidified this week, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, you can see behind me I have both a waterfall and a fireplace. This is a very nice feature of my comped suite that's normally $2,000 a night at this casino/hotel. Now, the reason why I realized that everyone is so dumb is because I always knew there were ways to win certain games. Obviously, you could win poker if there's one dumb guy at the table, but it's mostly going to be, kind of good enough poker people, and then you also have to overcome the house edge and things like that. This week, I just realized that it's actually possible to win at slot machines. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're an idiot. Whatever you're saying it's obviously not going to be true. I'm going to shut off the video right now. But I promise you it is true, and it's because people are so dumb. Now, basically, slot machines used to be you pull a handle, 3 wheels spin, and then whatever happens, happens. People like that for some reason. I don't know. I don't really enjoy gambling. I don't see the point in it unless you're going to make money. I don't see why you would gamble knowing that you have the disadvantage. So, that right there kind of shows that people are dumb, right? But with slot machines, they needed to get people's attention more and more. So they're like, okay, now we have the 3 wheels, but let's also have flashing lights. Okay, let's have wilds and other symbols and stuff. And eventually it became, okay, let's get rid of the 3 wheels. Let's just have a big computer screen and then generate just random things with a random number generator. And people seem to really like that. And so the casinos had this software where they could see, okay, this machine's doing this much, it's holding this many people for this many minutes, and it's getting this much money. And the game manufacturers became incentivized to hold one person at one machine for the longest amount of time, which they've always had the incentive, but now it's very clear because now the casino has the actual data to see whether or not the machines are working and actually holding the average person there for the amount of time that they want. So the game manufacturers said, how can we make it so that people stay for longer? What would cause you to want to stay at one machine longer when you have this room full of colorful lights and things that everyone's just drawn to these shiny objects because they're so dumb? Well, here's the answer. How about if you make it seem like they're actually progressing towards something? So maybe you have a progress bar that shows how close they are to the bonus, but it doesn't actually mean anything. So they would have a progress bar, and you'd get one of the things to increase it, and it would go like this, and it go like this, and it go like this, and it goes like this, and then the end is right here, and you get one more, and it's just doesn't move, doesn't do anything, because it's completely random. They just do random illustrations to make you think you're making progress towards something. So you could be stuck here forever, or you could be here, and you get one, and because it's completely random, okay, all the way, just in one shot. People realized this, and they were don't get me wrong, a lot of people still don't realize this, but the people who did realize this were okay, well, it doesn't really mean anything. That means that if there's a machine that has one of those, it's a waste of time. And then some slot machine manufacturers said, okay, well, now they know it's a waste of time. What if we do it for real? And then gambling, I don't know how this is regulated correctly or so it's legal, whatever. They made it so that you're actually working towards something now on many machines. So when you start working towards something, that means that at some point, you're very likely to get that bonus. So if you now have a bonus bar here, you're all the way over here, the next step is here. Some people are like, well, I know from experience in the past, I know that it doesn't really mean anything. Some machines actually do mean something though, so you can then go up to that machine after they leave, get to there, and get all the bonus with all the money that they contributed towards it for you. And in that way, you obviously get an edge over the casino for that spin, even though the casino is making the exact same amount of money, because you're basically just taking that money from the dumb person before you. And what I thought was really funny is in blackjack circles, I didn't know that they called them ploppies, but that's what they call dumb people, because they come to the table, they plop down, and if the count is high and you're playing over here, they're stealing all your good cards. Obviously, cards, they have this idea that there's like a sacred flow of the cards, the ploppies, and like, oh, if you do the wrong move, then I'm going to lose because of you. The only thing is, if there's a high count and you're not a ploppy, they're going to eat up the cards on the high count. So ploppy is a bad thing. But in slots, ploppies are good things. I just love the word ploppy. They just like, this big fat person just like plops down and then just like, let me press the button. And they just play slots that way until they get a feeling. The most interesting thing is I found one game where once you get this sort of mini jackpot thing, you get 3 spins, but they're not automatic re-trigger spins. You have to actually press the button, bet the money to do the spin. So a lot of people just play until they get a big win, and then they're like, oh, it's not due for another big win, even though that is a complete myth as well, because everything's random aside from that progression. But basically, you have 3 spins. They do the first one, they see a win, okay, let me go to the next machine. And then there's 2 spins on there that are guaranteed to be bonuses. I come up, press the button, oh, what do you know, I got a bonus. Oh, what do you know, I got a bonus. Okay, let me go look for the next ploppy. People are so dumb, they just don't understand the rules to anything. They don't read the terms to anything. And that's why they went home losing $50, and I stayed here in this $2,000 a night suite, plus profited from how ploppy-ish they were. So that's very interesting. I might call everyone ploppies now instead of like NPCs or terms like that. I think ploppy might be the best term. Oh, that's just a ploppy. He doesn't understand the rewards program or even how the machines work. People just go and press buttons and they don't know what's going on. They use up all their casino credit and don't get rooms like this. There's so many dumb things that people do. They take their credit card points and they get cash back for them, or they get like gift cards to places they don't even want to instead of first class airfare. There's just so many dumb things that people do because they're such ploppies and they don't read the terms or understand how any systems work. You have to take the time, figure out how things work before you just start plopping all your money into it. So there's my rant. I guess it's over.